Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something probably right at the top of your list. How do you actually make real income online without any startup cash?
Yeah, and we're not talking about, selling your old stuff or getting
No,
loans.
none of that. We're digging into strategies where really just your time and, well, the skills you already have are all you need to bring to the table.
That's the crucial part. We've looked at the sources, cut through the noise, and pulled out the most practical, proven methods. The aim here is to categorize these zero investment approaches really clearly. So whether you're a student, maybe a busy parent, or just need some extra income, you can actually use these ideas like right away.
It takes dedication, though, right? Not a big budget. Right?
Exactly. Dedication, not cash.
Okay. So talent over cash.
Mm.
We basically boiled it down to 7 core strategies. They fall into about 3 main groups. And critically, we've got those bonus tips, the things that really decide if you make it or, stumble long term. All right, let's unpack this. Let's jump into the first category, which seems like the fastest way to get money flowing. Service-based strategies.
Yeah, this is all about immediate value. You take skills you already have, maybe from school, from work, and you trade your time directly for money. You could start this, well, today.
And looking through the sources, what kept popping up were the big freelancing platforms. We're talking Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer. They seem like the go-to entry point.
They absolutely are. They act as these huge global marketplaces. And, a lot of people think freelancing means you have to be some expert coder or graphic design whiz. But the sources really highlighted the massive demand for simpler tasks. Things like data entry, maybe basic video editing, translation, virtual assistant work, that kind of thing.
Okay, so it's not just high-tech stuff.
Not at all. But what's really interesting is the advice on how to scale up. It all comes down to reputation.
Ah, I saw that. It's less about your starting price and more about the ratings.
Precisely. The sources were really clear that first week. Focus entirely on getting positive reviews. Like, forget about profit for just 7 days. Aim for maybe 5 quick projects, even if they're low paying. Because the data suggests hitting 5 reviews, that 5-star mark, it boosts your visibility, your client trust, by potentially like 500% compared to having none.
Wow, okay. So that's the leverage point.
That's the leverage point. It turns just starting out into an actual strategy.
Okay, that makes sense. But what if your skill isn't really task execution? What if it's more about pure knowledge?
Well, then you slide right into online tutoring. If you're good at a subject, could be math, a language, even specific software, your knowledge itself is a zero-cost asset. And the demand is huge globally.
And how does it work? Is it complicated?
No, it's pretty simple. You can use established platforms like Treg or Vedantu to find students, or you can actually cut out the middleman altogether. Set up your own classes using Zoom or Google Meet.
Oh, so you could teach anyone anywhere.
Exactly. Teach internationally. You might even get higher rates depending on your language or specialty.
Okay. So freelancing and tutoring, that's trading time for money, it's fast.
It is fast, but connecting this back, it does cap your earnings, right? You only have so many hours. So to break past that limit, to start building something more long-term, more like financial freedom.
Well, that brings us to the second big category from the sources, asset creation.
Right, okay. This is where it gets really interesting, I think. Moving away from just clocking hours.
Exactly. You're creating something that can keep paying you even when you're not actively working on it.
So what's the first path there?
The first major one is content creation itself. The sources pointed to platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, places that actually reward you for putting out engaging stuff consistently.
And the message seemed to be you don't need fancy gear.
Not at all. The sources explicitly said your smartphone is enough. That's real zero investment in equipment. A modern smartphone can do it.
Okay, so how does the money work there? Well, mainly 2 ways. First, there's ad revenue sharing from the platform itself. YouTube, for example, has thresholds you need, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last year. Then ads can start earning you money.
Right, you have to build an audience first.
You do. The second way is things like affiliate marketing or getting sponsorships, which we can touch on more later. But the absolute core requirement is consistency. Showing up, posting regularly, building that audience.
That idea of creating something once that keeps earning, that sounds like the dream, right? Which leads us to the other side of asset creation.
Yeah, selling digital products. This is probably the closest you get to true passive income, once the initial work is done.
So what kind of digital products are we talking about?
It involves creating something digital that people can download over and over. Think High-value templates maybe for Notion or Canva or educational ebooks, practical printables, things
Think
like
stuff you make once and sell potentially thousands of times.
exactly. And the distribution is instant, it's global. The sources mention platforms like Gumroad or Etsy, which is surprisingly big for digital goods. They handle the payment, the delivery for you.
Okay, but there's a catch, isn't there?
There is. The sources flag this. It's the upfront time investment. It can be significant. You might spend, say, 40 hours creating one really good ebook or template bundle, and maybe for the first month you sell nothing. It's a psychological hurdle.
You have to push through that initial phase.
You do, but what you're doing is converting that one-time effort into an income stream that could potentially run for years with minimal upkeep.
That waiting game definitely takes resolve. Okay, moving to our final big category, commission and microtask income. These feel a bit different.
They are. They're more specialized ways to earn, either by recommending things or doing, well, tiny tasks. Let's start with affiliate marketing.
Right, so the basic idea is you recommend a product or service with a special link.
Mm.
Someone buys through it and you get a cut.
That's pretty much it. You're like a remote salesperson, but with zero inventory and no customer service headaches.
Now, the sources mentioned Amazon Associates as the easiest starting point. But hang on, isn't the general feeling now that their commissions are super low, like almost too low to bother with for a beginner? Did the sources offer any specific angle on why it's still worthwhile?
That's a really good point because, yes, the rates have dropped quite a bit. The insight wasn't really about making big money from Amazon Associates initially. It was more about using it for validation. Amazon gives you super easy access to a massive catalog, and people already trust Amazon, right?
True.
So for a beginner, it's less about the income itself and more like a free testing ground. It lets you figure out what kinds of products actually resonate with your audience, what converts, without spending anything on inventory or complicated tools.
Ah, I see. So it's like market research you get paid a tiny bit for. Use it to prove your marketing approach works first.
Exactly. It validates your skills before you invest more time or potentially money elsewhere.
Okay, that makes sense. Then, moving on. What about people who just need to see some money coming in, like right now, even small amounts?
That's where microjobs come in. These are websites focused on really small, often repetitive online tasks. The kind of thing that still needs a human touch, but isn't big enough for a full contract job. We're talking transcribing short audio snippets, maybe testing a website for bugs, or just checking if an AI categorized an image correctly.
And the platforms mentioned were Amazon Mechanical Turk, AMT, right? And Clickworker.
Those are the main ones mentioned, yes. And look, the pay per task is low. You might only make 10 cents, 50 cents, something like that. But the way the sources positioned it was interesting. They saw it as a really vital first step. It might be the fastest way to earn your first, say, $20 online.
Just to prove it's possible.
Partly that, but also it teaches you the basic mechanics, digital payments, being reliable, online professionalism, skills that are actually crucial before you try to level up to freelancing or other higher paying methods.
Okay, a stepping stone. Got it. So let's recap. We've covered, 7 ways. Freelancing, tutoring, content creation, digital products, affiliate marketing, and microjobs. That's a lot of ground.
It's a huge range of options, all starting from zero investment.
So now for the crucial part. What ties this all together? What are the rules you have to follow to actually succeed with any of these, the bonus tips?
Right. The sources boiled it down to 3 essential factors. These seem non-negotiable if you want lasting success online. First one, consistency.
The big one.
It really is. This is the complete opposite of get rich quick. It's more like get rich steadily. Whether it's building those Fiverr reviews or grinding for YouTube watch hours, every source basically said the #1 reason people fail is they just stop. They quit right before things might have started compounding.
That initial push is the real test.
It is. Second factor, skill focus. You absolutely have to commit to getting better, continuously improving. If you're a virtual assistant, learn a new software tool. Selling templates. Master more advanced design features. Your value sets your rate. And in a crowded space, specialized skills make you stand out.
Makes sense. Keep leveling up. And the third,
The third, and this is vital, especially when you're relying on platforms you don't own, diversify.
don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. It's not just a good idea. The analysis framed it as mandatory risk management. Think about it. If 100% of your income relies on one thing, say, TikTok's algorithm, or one specific category on Upwork, what happens if there's a policy change, an algorithm tweak, your account gets suspended.
Your income vanishes overnight.
Precisely. So if you sell templates, maybe also do some micro jobs on the side, or create content that markets those templates. Spread the risk.
Consistency, skill focus, diversification. Okay, that's a really solid roadmap, from quick cash to scalable assets.
Mm.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, here's something to chew on, a final thought. We just talked about needing diversification and consistency. How could starting with those low-paying micro jobs actually be the smartest way to fuel everything else, even though the pay per task is small?
Well, think about it like this. That first $50, maybe $100, you earn doing surveys or checking images.
Use the easy money to strategically unlock the scalable money. Brilliant. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into zero investment online income. We really hope this gives you the clarity and maybe the push you need to get started.